Okay, it's day one, afternoon one. I don't know what time it is right now. It's probably noon. And I'm just setting my camp. The place is deserted. Thank God, there's snow on the ground. And I can't seem to move fast enough. I've got that absolute, I gotta get in the woods bad now fast feeling. I'm absolutely stoked. I'm pumped. And I'm so into this, it's stupid. I got my game face on. And the patience it's taken me to set up camp before I go out is driving me insane. But here we go. I always use my horse pack boxes to put all my stuff in. It's so easy, watertight. Scavenged a whole pile of firewood. Got a tent. And this camp's going to transform shortly. And I'm going to get this moose and elk done. I'll do updates each day as I go. Grabbed the wrong cot. But you know what? This is just for sleeping in. I'll make it work. There's my bed. Got a big new comforter on top, heavy duty sleeping bag, and a foamy, and then the cot. I'm not gonna wanna get out of this thing in the mornings. So there it is. There's my camp. Got my water, cooler full of food. I've got 2 backpacks. One's a frame pack. I'm gonna strip the bag off it so I just have the frame for packing moose out. My back, excuse me, I got a soft pack. That'll be my daily stuff, my food, my ammo, knife and stuff. I'm using a quad, luckily, no back. It's not full backpacks. This is why this is a major luxury camp for me. And I got my chair for the night, got a wood pile. I got a brand new fireplace ready to go tonight to light up as soon as I get back. Not that I really need a fire, but all I need to keep warm is that tent, sleeping bag, and my dry clothes. All right, it's day one, and I am absolutely jacked. I'm ready to get redemption. I spent 2 weeks here. A week ago, there were something like 25 guys camped just right around here, and it's deserted now. So, got it to myself. There's some snow on the ground, and my tactic is going to be, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm going to get to my spot probably by 2:30. I'm going to hike in there, and I'm going to stay around the fringes where I know the game should be, and hopefully there's no snow there. I can tell by the tracks what's been going on, and then I will assess whether it's worthy or not to be there in the dark in the morning, and go back in the morning if it's good, and hunt it properly and see if I can either get a big bull elk or a good bull moose. Here we go, day one. Just did about a mile loop. First took the quad down this old cut line. Saw about maybe half a dozen sets of moose tracks, 2 different bull tracks that were cruising within the last 24 hours. And so I did a great big loop around this whole area in the bush. And it seems like the elk have absolutely blown out of here. They're gone. So there's a river system about that way, 2 miles. Thinking possibly they're gonna go winter down along the breaks in the river. Maybe in I think I'm going to hike out. I got about an hour and 15 minutes of seeing light left. So I'm going to go out to these big old pastures where I saw some fresh moose track when I first got in. And I'm pretty certain there's some big whitetail around there. There might be some cow elk wintering in there. I saw a cow elk in a private ranch property about 5 miles away on the way in. So that's my report for the first afternoon. And we'll go nuzzle in at that big meadow, big old pasture, and see if there might be a big whitetail buck coming out. There's a lot of deer action going on. The deer movement's starting to really pick up. So it's gonna get good. Gotta work for it. That's a small moose, solo moose, probably a young bull or calf. It's about the only thing fresh here on this little trail. Nothing in that snow. So I gotta go out that way, out by those treetops, mark where the quad is, and I'll hike out and see what I can find. When you come back from the end of the day, it takes freaking 5 minutes to make this damn creation. Look at that cheeseburger. Are you kidding me? 5 minutes. Done deal. Boil the burger, flatten out, throw it in the pan, put all your veggies in there, slice that shit up, and it's ready in 5 frickin' minutes on a paper plate. Sit beside a damn fire, and it is like, oh goodness me. How does this get any better? Seriously. Whew. All right. Those day ones in the wraps. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 moose, 1 cow elk, 2 mule deer, and 2 whitetail. It's day 1. See what happens tomorrow morning. All quiet so far. It's pretty cool. Something's gonna happen today. Well, I quadded into my spot, got up early. It's about a half-hour drive in the pickup truck, and then beat the shit out of the truck in the cut line. And then unloaded the quadded for another half hour. And everything's frozen, not much snow on the ground at all here. And I cow called just a few times, that's it. Walking in, right where I missed my bull a few weeks ago. And I come around the corner and there was elk all over this strip right here. And the closest to me was a cow. Well, there's 3 cows in view, or 3 or 4. And I thought, God, there's got to be a bull here, but I didn't want to call. And then the cow started to spook. It's only day 2 for me, and I wouldn't mind getting a nice big bull and keep those calves coming, you know. And all of a sudden the bull come ripping across the road, and I shot him on the fly, broadside across this road. And I'm pretty sure I saw him go down. So let's walk up and see what's up. Sun's not even up yet. It's freezing, freaking cold. Woke up, all my water is frozen. There he is, got him. Yeah. Damn, that's so fortunate. Yes. I'm so happy. It is stupid. Gosh. Here, get him in there. Good frickin' times. Happy boy. This is so easy, I feel guilty. So this is what it looks like after about 15 minutes by yourself. Absolute clean meat. I'm leaving all the unedibles here. I'm not taking it back to camp, doesn't make sense. I don't know why people do that. 3-inch blade. Not a hair on it. Now if you don't have a tarp, you know, get all the rib meat and all the trimmings off. Well, you just take your half of the clean hide off and use that for a tarp. See that? There's the brisket meat. And I'm starting to get all the trim, neck and the ribs. I'll put it on there and I'll get it ready to pack. I'm done. And I popped a couple ribs open to get at the heart and release the front of the liver. Got the liver out, got the tenderloin, backstrap. That rib meat's too bruised for consumption, so I'll leave that. And here is all the trimmings. Liver, heart, ribs, tenderloins, neck, And all of this stays in the woods. And it stays in the woods because the forest needs carcasses, you guys. It's not wasting, all right? There's a natural kill anywhere that doesn't stay in the forest to fertilize the forest. This is the way it works. When you bring all this home and throw it in a landfill, it's absolutely wrong, okay? And leaving a couple pounds of meat on there is actually good for the ecosystem. It's the way nature works, and this is the complete proper way to do it. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Here's the head, quarters, the hinds, and I used my cleanly skinned off piece of hide as a tarp, and I wrapped up the heart, the ribs, and the tenderloin, and the brisket meat in that as a tarp, secured it to my frame pack, which I bring in case I shoot one far off the road. Very handy, everything's secure. There's my soft pack with all my stuff inside. And there we go. That's one efficient butchered up, harvested elk. There you go. It's pretty easy. So there it is. That is a solo packed up elk. The only edibles left at the kill site was the bloodshot ribs. So they're not very worthy taken out. That's a helicopter in the background if you hear a sound. And I used my clean skinned off hide as the tarp. And in the end, I wrapped up all my rib meat, my tenderloins, the heart, the liver, the brisket in the hide, and then I bundled it up to keep it clean, and then I put it on my frame pack, and I strapped it to my frame pack, and then I put that on top of the hindquarters. So why I have two packs is, if I have a quad, and horses too, sometimes in horses, I bring my frame in case I shoot an elk or a moose far off the trail, and I'll leave that with the quad. Or if I don't have a quad, I will bring the frame in a small watertight bag, which I strap to it with my license and my knives and my bars, my food, and my water bottle. But in this case, I had my soft pack, which is on, and in the soft pack I have my water, my food, my knives, my bugle, my calls in there, gloves, rain gear, and even a trail camera, and everything worked out great. So I leave the quad with the soft pack, do my hunt, and then I got real lucky this time and I shot the elk right alongside the trail. I mean, it doesn't get easier. I almost feel guilty. It was so easy. And then, so this is it. The only thing not edible with me right now is this tarp, which I'll get rid of when I get to camp, the head, and I am good to go. I properly salvaged all the edible meat off that carcass, and I left all that pile of unusable, unwanted stuff in the forest, which we all should leave it in the forest. To take all that stuff home and put it in a landfill or your regular garbage is criminal, because the forest depends on carcasses, okay? Nothing's wasted. And the people that think everything's such a waste, there shouldn't be 1 ounce of red meat left in that carcass. Well, that's not the way nature works, okay, you guys? You have to. The forest, the entire cycle depends on the carcasses of the dead to lay on the forest floor, okay? It's just the way the cycle of nature works, and we're a part of nature. So it's not wasting. And I really, really urge all of you to leave your edible stuff. I really, really urge all of you to leave the non-edible carcass in the forest. That's where it's supposed to be. The forest and the cycle depends on it. And don't forget, if you're not familiar with how to do all this stuff, grab our hunting apps. Just do a search on the App Store under How to Hunt Outdoors Limited. How to Hunt's one word. And we have all the steps it takes to do these butchering methods on your own with a 3-inch blade. All right? You don't need a saw, you don't need a chainsaw, you don't need 6 people, and you definitely don't need to drag all this back to camp. Okay? So good luck. Do it right and support conservation.